Snapshot 25w33a is here with end flashes, new item placement on shelves, and lots of other fixes and tweaks. My name is Sliced Lime, and this is a showcase of all the changes. Let's start with the updates to the end. The end now has skylight. Normally, things look similar to how they used to, but there are now also random flashes, where the dimension gets flooded with a purple light, a sound plays, and a flash shows in the sky. There is around 30 seconds of delay between flashes, and each flash lasts between 5 and 19 seconds. Let's talk about some block and item changes. The position of items on a shelf has now been tweaked, with the items now being centered by default. The size of many items have also been adjusted to fit the shelf better. A bug has also been fixed with the way hoppers interact with shelves, where they would sometimes get stuck not moving items. And copper pickaxes now properly mine amethyst clusters like other pickaxes. Some mob news. Iron golems now have a chance of giving poppies to copper golems just like they previously could to villagers. But unlike villagers, they can also place the flower on top of the copper golem. When this has happened, the flower can then be sheared off, or if the golem turns into a statue block, it will drop as an item. Dolphins and other aquatic animals had started being able to ride boats in recent versions. That is fixed in this one. You can now properly see villagers' profession outfits even through translucent surfaces like slimes. And monsters now actually don't spawn for 1 tick when using a monster spawn egg in a peaceful world. In gameplay news, a number of fixes involving spectator mode. Spectators could occupy beds and prevent the knight from skipping, which is fixed in this version. You can no longer leash entities in spectator mode. You cannot fish while in spectator mode, and your fishing hook cannot be hooked into a player in spectator mode. Switching to spectator mode and back no longer makes you fly, and switching to spectator mode while running into something no longer makes you unable to sprint. Spectating a container while it is opened by another player no longer causes it to remain open. And the game now properly remembers your last game mode when you die or switch dimensions. Shift clicking with a water bucket against a water-lockable block will now place the water next to the block instead of inside of it. And explosions now once again have additional particles, which they haven't had since Minecraft 1.15. An Ender Pearl fix in this version. Ender Pearls no longer vanish when you leave the end for the first time. In user interface news, chat messages you have started writing but not yet sent now get saved as drafts if the chat screen gets removed. This includes if you die while writing the chat message or for another reason have the chat screen removed, but not if you close the chat screen yourself by pressing escape. The draft will then pop back into chat the next time you open it, with a grayed out appearance until you restore it or discard it. You can restore it by clicking it, typing more text or using the arrow keys, or send it directly by pressing enter. To discard the draft and start a new chat message, press backspace. This behavior is related to a new option in the chat options menu, which lets you enable saving unsent chat messages by default, which means chat messages get saved even if you manually close the chat by pressing escape. It is now also possible to chat while standing inside a nether portal, and if you get transferred to a new dimension with the chat window open, it will remain open when you arrive in the new dimension. Players you've seen in the game world now remain in the social interaction screen as offline after they've disconnected. And a bug has been fixed with the visuals of the game mode switcher menu if you resize the window while the menu is open. In stability news, a crash has been fixed when generating structures containing shelf blocks. And this version also comes with more technical news in Data Pack version 83.1 and a Resource Pack version 65.2, including more dialogue fixes and the ability to put any item on the head of a copper golem. If you're also interested in that, keep your eyes on the channel for a separate video. But that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you think a single flashing feature added to the end is a sign, then click the like button and leave a comment with your theory. My name is Sliced Lime, and I'll see you next time.